pay for 12 ounces of
Roof,
that
roof.
bootlegger shit that you got on the Nebraska Dream.
Oh, wait.
And
We're
he's
live, pal. We can't go
the
showing that stuff on the
mayor.
air.
We just did. Just did it.
We rescind anything that you saw over the last 10 seconds.
You have seen nothing.
I'm going to use this cup and clear your mind. Whoop. See, it's a
You
clear cup.
know
Nothing in it.
Nothing. You've seen nothing. You've heard nothing. I've only got a drink of water.
I was going to try to make my thumb disappear, but watching it in like the thing, like backwards, it doesn't work.
You realize you're like, oh, I can't pull this off.
I can't pull it off when I'm watching myself do it in reverse.
That makes sense. Yeah, I know. That would be hard to do. I don't. Yeah.
Flip it and reverse it. Yeah.
It's your it. I'm still not sure what they say there. I'm 38 years old and I still don't know.
One of these days we'll figure it out, won't we?
Research department. Glenn's not here yet, but if you were, maybe he could figure it out for us. Oh, I can make that go away.
It's actually just British talk.
They actually said, "Have a lovely evening" in British.
Something
in English,
about English.
In English, there's a difference, I think, between regular English and English.
And the King's English.
There you go. Is it the Queen's English?
I guess it depends on the time of who's the king of the monarchy or queen of or top of the monarchy.
The origin of. Did you see Drew set Kane's pyro off on SmackDown? No, I did not see that. No, I did not. Interesting. So,
did it shoot up Second Amendment rights?
I was gonna say something like, so Drew McIntyre became Kane, and then I thought, nope, I don't know, I don't want to do that.
He comes out with a sword, not a gun. It is perfectly legal to walk the streets with a 4-foot-long broadsword.
I mean, I would be scared either way. If I saw a motherfucker walking with a sword, I'd be like,
especially someone Drew McIntyre's size. I mean, that's a big man. What's he, about 6'7", 6'6", 270?
He's got a goddamn no shirt on and a kilt with a big fucking sword. I mean, it's not goddamn Halloween.
This crazy motherfucker's walking around in a skirt and a 3-foot-long sword.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. Uh-oh. You got the Cornhuskers hat on tonight.
Yeah, I went with the Cornhuskers. We're 50 days away from kickoff, Mayor.
Oh. I saw that Ohio State signed the #1 quarterback in the country.
And that one hurts because he's a Nebraska legacy. He's Ariola. His uncle's a coach here. His father played here, but he's still with the fucking Ohio State. Yeah.
Dang. Did you really think he was coming to Nebraska?
Hell no. Like #1 recruit? No, that's not going to happen. He sliced through the ropes again, and the corner pyros went off. Well, goddamn. So did he? So I know he was supposed to be facing Sheamus. Did he defeat Sheamus?
Yeah. Or do this real quick.
Yeah, do it real quick. Mayor's doing a costume change. Oh, that's a beautiful hat.
I saw you had the hat on forwards, and I had to match you.
That's good, pal. That's good, pal.
Gotta let it be.
Yeah, so I don't. Did he then not face Sheamus? Did he beat Sheamus? Did he cut the ropes on the ring before he faced Sheamus?
Oh yeah, because tonight was the night that they were going to have the match for who gets to the Clash at the Castle, which I actually think is the real name, right?
Yes, you got that right. So apparently, Sheamus must not have wrestled, and he beat Butch instead. So. I mean, that would have been a hell of a main event, though. Butch versus Roman Reigns.
I can't believe he's still walking around. I mean, Butch was just walked to the ring like this.
Licking fucking faces and everything, and then actually he got charged with assault. He's in jail right now.
Oh, was that a different Butch? Is there another Butch?
You know which Butch I'm talking about, pal.
Well, God damn it, pal. Give me that Butch. Did Vince come out tonight? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
He's just handing out me like Ted DiBiase.
Well, pal, I guess so. I read things, and that's what I heard.
Allegedly.
But anyway, I'm not here for that. We're not here for that.
Nah.
We are not here for that, pal.
We're here to see mullets and have a good old time.
Mayor, I know that you said that you missed you missed most of the pay-per-view. So, me and you, us, Mayor Superstars, me and you, 8 piece of business pay-per-view champions. We're the co-champions, pal. We tied, we defeated Jeremy, and now we will hold the title jointly until SummerSlam.
It's crazy that somehow we picked all of the same matches right, except one, and still managed to win the tie because the guy that won it wasn't even in the match.
Yeah. Okay, so he threatened Sheamus after the match, and then with Angela, cut through the ropes and got the pyro of a certain individual that we will not name anymore. We've named them enough. But yeah, I don't know how we did it. I don't even remember who we picked right and who we picked wrong. I think either one of us
watched
picked
the pay-per-view, though, didn't you?
I did. I watched it all, yeah.
I keep hearing really good things about the tag match.
They absolutely tore the house down. That's probably one of the best tag team matches, main roster WWE tag team matches I've seen in quite some time. So,
put you on the spot, but what do you think is your match of the year so far? Okay, I guess I am putting you on the spot, but I'll talk here for a second so you can, run through your brain to figure out what you might have at least in your top.
I gotta go Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. I don't think anything's topped that.
That's really good, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good match. And then second might be the Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell match.
Okay.
That might be the second match of the year. I mean, but this tag team match is up there. I'd have to think about it, but right now that would be in the top 5. It's the best main roster WWF tag team match I've seen since like the Usos versus the New Day years ago. Like, it was really, really good. They tore the house down. Yeah. And even had kind of a screwy finish, but it was still a great match.
Good. I'm going to have to go back and check that out.
Liv Morgan won it for us, pal.
Okay. Nice. All right. Big Liv Morgan fan now.
Huge. I mean, I was happy for it.
Yeah.
Rachel was like literally yelling at the TV when she came out to cash in on Ronda Rousey. When Ronda Rousey put her in the ankle lock, Rachel's literally yelling, "Kick her in the knee! Kick her in the knee! She's got a bad knee. Kick her in the knee." That's exactly what Liv did. So she must have hurt her.
She hurt her. Rachel with the superpowers. She booked it. She knew who won. You need to ask her who's winning these matches.
There's only one person that dislikes Ronda Rousey more than you, and that's my wife. She cannot stand like it. She's never liked her.
Wow.
Not never. But yeah, I just want to get that out there. Make sure you knew that we are the piece of business tag team champions. I don't know how it happened, but it did. Don't know how it happened.
Back in the championship gold material. Yeah, did Walter wrestle Ilya this year, or was that it last year?
That would have been last year. That was it was like the last NXT takeover before they made the switch over to NXT 2.0.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was January or not. It felt like it's been a while ago, but
it was in August, I believe. It was like so SummerSlam was on Saturday night, and then the NXT thing was on Sunday night. I believe that's when Samoa Joe.
That's right.
That's when Samoa Joe beat Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship. Think about that.
And then neither of them are in the company anymore. One of them is like wrestling at carnivals. I mean, who saw that coming?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that like Impact, I don't know. I know he left Impact maybe on some not so good terms, but I'm surprised AEW. I mean, hasn't brought them both in. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Scarlett's the main event talent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Very much Sable Mark Miro.
Very much Sable Mark Miro. There's been some really good NXT UK matches too, but I want to say that all the ones that I'm thinking of right now, besides Devlin versus Ilya, I believe that one was this year. That one was really, really good. Yeah, boy, that's a loaded question. I could literally list 10 matches. I sit here and think about it. I'm like, oh, I like this one and that one.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because there's been a lot of good wrestling this year.
Absolutely, there has. It's only well,
can't complain about that.
We're halfway through 2022 already.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of popped in my head. Was like thinking, we're halfway there, living on a prayer.
We're halfway there. Whoa. We're going on another tubing trip on Sunday, and I am not going to drink as much alcohol as I do.
You're going to be living on a prayer on that tube.
I am only bringing 12 truly punches with me, and that is all that's coming. So I'm gonna take it easy this time.
Floating on a chair.
Yeah, throwing up everywhere.
That's when you flip the tape over to side B. If anyone's old enough that's listening, they can remember a cassette tape.
Well, Glenn's the only one listening, and I'm sure that he remembers cassette tapes. I'm sure he remembers them very
DJ
well.
Glenn. Did you ever? I can't imagine anyone ever used cassette tapes on a.
No, I imagine that would be possible.
As a DJ. Hold on, guys. Let me push fast forward.
You start playing it on like a double speed, so it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then you slow it down, and then you slow it down.
I always thought that was the coolest thing. If you held down play like halfway on the little boom box, it would play it really fast.
Yeah, it'd be like Alvin and the Chipmunks singing. Do you remember the very first tape that you ever bought?
I do. It was the Appetite for Destruction album, Guns N' Roses with Welcome to the Jungle. And then the second one actually is wrestling related. It was the Pile Driver album.
Oh yeah, I figured it was. I thought you were going to tell me the Girls in Cars single. I thought it was going to be the first one. So Glenn says, yeah, we put mixes on tape when you had to hit the pisser, as I'm sure the DJ has to do. I believe the first tape I ever got, I was in the 6th grade, and my sister bought me the double tape Tupac All Eyes on Me, and that was the first tape I got. So.
It's a way to break you in.
Yeah, I often tell people, you wonder why I ended up like this. You should have let me listen to fucking gangster rap music when I was fucking
that
6
FUBU
years
Kid's first cassette tape is All Eyes on Me. It was all gangsta from there.
In Lincoln, Nebraska, pal. Who knew?
And one of the songs on that tape is John Cena's catchphrase. Can't see me. Yeah.
That's Tupac?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I always heard that he said he got this thing like Tony Yayo used to do that.
Yeah, I think he did too. But
and then he was like, and his brother was doing it as joking, and he's like, and Cena's like, oh, I'll do that on TV, and his brother's like, I dare you to do it on TV. And so the next time he went up there on TV, he started doing it. And he was talking about how funny it is that it's like it's supposed to be like you can't see me, as in like you're not on my level. But like people now take it as like I can't see him. Where is he?
They take it literal. Like you can't. Well, we can't see you.
Like he's invisible. I put this on Twitter on Cena's 20th anniversary or whatever. But there was one time when I was much younger. I was walking through a bar and I may have got into a dispute with a couple of gentlemen, and I hit him with "You can't see me," and I walked away. I'm sure that they were super confused, but I thought it was cool.
I mean, how do you challenge that at that point? You already hit them with the slammer. Like there's nothing they can do after that.
That's a good point. Well, I'm surprised they didn't get punched in the back of the head, but yeah, it was a cool moment for me. Those guys.
And then you dropped your pants and walked your white ass back to 8 Mile.
I did, yeah. Right back to the cornfield is where I walked my white ass to. Glenn said his first cassette tape was the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour album. I'm not big on the Beatles. I couldn't probably name a Beatles song if I wanted to, but there you go. Glenn's got to be the Beatles. Who else could it be?
Yeah. I can't say I was big into the Beatles either. Or
yours had to be, Guns N' Roses, and of course mine had to be Tupac, and of course Glenn's had to be the Beatles.
All of it makes sense how we've shaped our lives. So
that's how it's gone, pal. All right, pal, it's time. Are you ready for mullets?
Oh, I thought you were going Vader time.
It's Vader time.
He's not here yet.
Not yet, no.
He's still wearing an elephant mask right now.
We'll be on fucking Mayor of Superstars episode on 197 by the time we see Vader on here. All right, here we go. Are you ready, Mayor? I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can watch this on Spotify if you have that app. Mayor, we're about to get some big news regarding the WWF Championship, and here it comes.
Oh. from this guy.
We are in Saskatoon, Canada, and the new WWF champion is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Wow, how did we jump to there?
So he I don't even think this match was even ever televised. I think it was like on Coliseum Home Video, but he defeated Ric Flair in Saskatoon for the WWF Championship. It was just like recorded for a home video, I think. But yeah,
wow,
he's champion now.
No wonder I don't remember it.
Yeah, because it just kind of popped up.
And this was his first heavyweight championship reign. That
is correct. Yeah. That is correct. He is the World Wrestling Federation champion. And Mayor, get excited because we're not only going to see jobbers, but we're going to also hear some more matches coming up in Survivor Series 1992. So
I'm excited for Survivor Series 92, even though I wasn't there, but I was approximately 42 miles south of there.
So did you went to the first ever Survivor Series, correct, at the Richfield Coliseum?
Yeah, I went to the first two.
Too? Okay, I thought it was the second one too. I thought so.
Yeah, I went to the very first two. I was, pretty young. I don't remember when that was, like 87, maybe 88, somewhere around there. 89.
I think it was 87 or 88, something like that. It was one of those two.
Yeah, I've always watched it back, seeing if I could see myself, and I've never been able to. The video wasn't great back then, and the lighting in the arena wasn't very good either.
I want to say, in another lifetime of this show, we watched that together at one point. And
we did.
Trying to find you in the crowd, so I think I do remember that. We're gonna look for people who look like you in the crowd, even though you weren't there when we watch it. So,
not time traveling me. It wasn't grown me. It was little me.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we see somebody one of the first few rows that looks just fucking like you? Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious?
That would be incredible. This hat actually might be from 1992, actually. So I think it is.
What, pal? I think you're right. I think you're right.
So we might see this exact same hat because I'm pretty sure this is a 1992 Camel smokes. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you.
Yes. Well, yes, it's not good for you. Cigarettes are pooey.
Look at Bret preaching.
So you can find that match between Bret and Ric Flair. It is on YouTube. So if you want to check,
how would have you found it in 1992? That you couldn't have just searched up YouTube back then.
You would have had to buy a Coliseum home video. So I had like cassettes.
You call Hillbilly Jim to get it.
It's called Hillbilly Jim. Yep. So I had like a subscription or something, and every month a new Coliseum home videotape would come to my house. Not that I ever got this match, but it would be like best of Survivor Series or, best of SummerSlam. And I was always best steel cage matches. They came in these really cool cases. I wish I would have kept those fucking things, but I was stupid. So I didn't.
You taped over them with dinosaurs.
No, just pour it on there, pal. We all did when we were teenagers. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
No,
who's Bret thanking?
He's clearly talking to Tatanka.
I thought he was talking to either Tatanka, the Warrior.
I have Bret's book and I've read it a couple of times, but I'm currently reading it for the third time, and I can tell you that he was not fond of the Ultimate Warrior, as I don't think many people were.
Anyone was fond of the Ultimate Warrior, other than apparently Dana Warrior.
Yes, she was the only one that liked him.
And probably she didn't like him.
she probably didn't. Mr. Perfect is probably pissed because his buddy Ric Flair lost the championship. So
now, did Flair go back to WCW at this time?
So he's going to stick around until. So he's going to stick around until the beginning of 1993 because I know he is in the 1993 Royal Rumble. And then he has like a loser leaves town match with Ric Flair on one of the very first few episodes of Monday Night Raw where he loses and then he goes back to WWE.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he loses to Perfect, right?
Yep. That is correct.
I remember that. I do remember that. I think we may have even watched the Raw together. But I think I actually remember it from childhood as well.
Yeah, we might have. Fuck. I watched so much shit I don't even remember anymore.
Look at Vince. Vince is like 13 million. 13 million is a lot of money. God, okay, damn. We won't talk about that.
Paid 4 times the amount he paid for WCW. That's the last thing I'm going to say. But just think about that. That's how stupid the people who sold WCW were. They could have sold it for a lot more, and they sold it for $3 million.
I still like the story that I heard that he had the chance to buy the UFC for $1 million when it went like originally bankrupt.
Yeah.
Before, the Fertittas and Dana and whoever else was in on it bought it.
Dana White is in the running. Vince McMahon's still number one scummiest promoter, but Dana White's pretty fucking close. He's nipping at his heels.
Yeah, but I think everyone understands that Dana White's scummy. Like Vince.
Yeah.
Vince had the clean cut image. Like you don't expect Vince to be scummy. At least I didn't.
Well,
until later on in life, but
yeah, I mean none of the things that I read surprise me. Unfortunately, that doesn't surprise me. You know
what I mean? How many chainmail vest do you have there, Glenn?
How many of those you got in your closet there, Glenn? I know he's got at least 2. Shawn Michaels is coming out here.
Who's he wrestling? Firebreaker Chip?
It probably is. It probably is. Oh, look at those moves, pal.
Oh, yeah.
She don't like them.
Hands off the merchandise.
This is probably when Sherry was still singing the song. She's hot. No, she's not. She's hot for Shawn Michaels is what I meant to say. God damn it. I take it back.
Sherry?
I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, Sherry. Sherry's hot for Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Little Opie Taylor in the front row.
I did see.
Little Opie.
I did see
hey, Paul, what's this man doing dancing around in the ring, Paul?
What kind of shirt is that there, Paul? I ain't seen no shirt like that.
In Mayberry.
In Mayberry.
He must have got that at Mount Pilot, Opie. That's I think the second time we've referenced that show on this show. So she is undressing him now. Look at this pal. Gosh, this is a long entrance.
So I think this is the longest we've ever been into an episode of Superstars, which is 7 minutes and 35 seconds and not got a match yet.
Wow. That definitely has been a long time. It is Firebreaker Chip.
Nope, not one of those chest hairs got caught in the chains. Great answer, Glenn. He's taking on Steve Gillespie here, who, shout out to DB from the Sit Down Marks, affectionately said on Instagram that he definitely looks like he grew up to be a fireman, which he does look like a fireman, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then he got promoted to the fire chief.
The weird thing was, I remember when I saw this guy's picture when you first posted it, he looks like skinny young Jim Ross. I know you can't see it from here, but on that picture that you put up, he looks like very, very young Jim Ross.
All right, let me take a look at it one more time. Let me look at the picture I got him. Oh, she's making him look at his ugly face in the mirror. He said, "Look at your ugly face."
He said, "I'm going to show you a slobber knocker."
Old Gillespie. Let's see. Steve Gillespie. Yeah, he does. He does look like JR.
I told you, it looked like JR.
Come on down to Jim Gillespie's Fire Pit and Barbecue. I used to put out fires, and now I put out the hunger in your belly with my sweet barbecue sauce.
I bet this man makes a good barbecue sauce.
He definitely does. He also might be a Russian sympathizer with those stars on his tights. It seems like those might be Russian britches. I don't know why.
Piston-like jabs.
Those are the worst punches than Shane McMahon. Those are terrible.
I mean, Shawn was never known for his true fighting skills. Although he'd like to make everyone think he was.
I think later on in his career, maybe he got better at it. Because I remember him watching him throw blows with the Undertaker and not thinking for a second, oh, he couldn't throw blows with the Undertaker. I believe that shit. So yeah, Gillespie got some offense in there for a split second,
and then he realized who he was.
He said, "Oh fuck, I cook barbecue. What am I doing?"
Gillespie's flopping around like a fish though for him. He's looking pretty good. We're gonna get Sweet Chin music. Boom.
That was worse than a Young Bucks super kick. Sorry, Brandon.
Kind of just hung up there.
I had to apologize for it. If we insult the Young Bucks, we have to apologize to Brandon Banks.
I'm sorry.
I still put ketchup on my hot dog, Banks. How about that? Not sorry about it either.
He kind of looks like a hot dog covered in ketchup and mustard.
He really does.
Gillespie?
Yeah, Gillespie really does. And then Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels put his nuts all on his face while he pinned him.
That definitely was intentional.
It had to be. He said, I'm going to teabag you, you son of a bitch.
I'm just a sexy hot dog. Sexy hot dog.
I didn't know how to go. I was going to keep going, but I didn't know what to say. Shawn Michaels flying through the air like Rey Mysterio. Devastating backbreaker as his finishing maneuver. That's the worst finisher ever. That guy's feeling it. That guy in the background pointing his finger, he was feeling it. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're getting right to another match. I figured we'd be seeing Sean Mooney.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of the devil.
Time to talk to his hands. He's to talk into his hands.
Who's he facing here? Is this the guy we couldn't see his face because his face was covered by the middle rope?
Gosh. Imagine having this gimmick and you just have to dance around the ring like that all the time.
Well, unless that's you listening, maybe he did that in his free time. We know. Oh yeah, this is him. This is the guy.
Did we ever get a name for him? Tatanka victim number 3.
Generic wrestler 7.
He definitely is generic
Magnum
NO. You get to name him. What do you name this guy?
I just named him. His name is Magnum NO.
Magnum NO.
Magnum NO here taking on Tatanka. I don't know. He kind of looks Italian though, so I kind of want to give him like an Italian name. Like Mario. Fuck, I can't think of anything. I was going to say Mario Luigi, but that's not good.
That's a good name for him. He's Mario Luigi.
Hey, it's a Mario Luigi. Got to save the princess, you know. I don't know if that was very good.
It's like the age-old debate that the Mario brothers, technically their last name would be Mario since they're the Mario brothers, which would make Mario.
And Luigi Mario. He's like, fuck, I always got to mark fucking Mario, always. Carries it with him everywhere. Poor Luigi.
The guy in the front row kind of looks like the guy wrestling in the white shirt.
Luigi Fabrizio. That's his name. Luigi Fabrizio here. He's cousin with the Joey Meggs. Come on, forget about it.
He felt like an animal. Fabrizio. He went on to stop being a WWF wrestler and created the Febreze air freshener line.
He did.
Little known fact.
Bless him. He's been clearing up people's bathrooms for years.
He had to ride around in the car with all those other stinky wrestlers piled in there, and he was thinking, what can I do to, clean this up? And then just came up with the idea about air freshener spray, and voila, the rest is history, guys.
I was just gonna say, the rest is history. But just like that, man. Who knew the guy who invented Febreze once wrestled Tatanka in 1992 for WWF Superstars? Amazing.
To not many people. It's a little known secret.
You don't get that from any podcast, pal. We're the only place you're going to get that kind of information.
You can listen to a lot of podcasts. You can, read a lot of books, but you're not going to get that information anywhere else but here.
Ooh, I love the jumping punch to the head. Devastating.
The jumping chop. That was a good move on the Pro Wrestling NES game. King Corn Karn. Remember King Corn Karn would just jump and chop you on the top of the head.
That was a really good game. I think it was the first wrestling game I owned.
Yeah, I feel like that had to have been like the first wrestling. Oh God, another one. Like that had to be like the first wrestling game that most people were introduced to.
The Jobbers tonight are doing a really good job to sell him though. He went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh
gosh, the fall away.
The power of Tatanka here. That's it. He's off to make fucking Febreze.
That's one of the first like shoulder tattoos I remember seeing. Like he's got the full blown shoulder tattoo.
Who?
Not Tatanka. Febreze.
Fabrizio.
Uh-huh. He not only invented Febreze, he also got the start of shoulder tattoos.
Guy's really a fucking innovator, man. Really he is. From the pages of the WWF magazine, here's Bret Hart putting a guy in a sharpshooter. It's Lord Alfred Hayes.
He was very British, wasn't he?
He was a British gentleman, yes. He was a lord. I think he wrestled back in the day, too.
Lord Littlebrook?
Lord Littlebrook absolutely wrestled. I don't know if him and this lord are, in the same royal family, but yes. Lord Littlebrook and Lord Alfred Hayes. All lords.
Do you think they knew the singer Lord?
The singer, I don't think I'm familiar.
I thought that was the one that actually did that song called Royals.
Oh, okay, yes. Then I am familiar.
I think so. I could be completely wrong. My current pop culture knowledge is not the strongest.
Dude, that's
Oh, yeah. We got Warrior over here shaking his head like an absolute jack-off. I don't know what he's doing, but I think it's a little something like this. And I tell you what, Macho, I call myself Macho sometimes because when I look in the mirror, all I see is Macho, Macho, Macho. And I'm a maniac with this goof. I don't even want to talk to him. Look at him still shaking his head. I'm not even going to look out of the corner of my eye to have to know that he's acting like a big jackass. And I don't even know that I don't even know nothing else. But jackass over here is still shaking his face. Now he's shaking some more, and he won't stop shaking.
He looks like he ran through a brick wall and like something got stuck on him.
You look like you ran through a stupid wall.
Many of them. He ran through a stupid building and hit every fucking wall all the way through. That's what he did.
Do you think they sold those Ultimate Maniac glasses?
Had to.
Or do they just make them for them?
I would assume that they would have to have sold them. I know they're not going to be together for very long because I know pretty soon Warrior's going to be out of here. And we won't see him until we see fucking Vader. So,
yeah, I actually put this out of my memory for the longest time until last week. Like, I didn't remember the Ultimate Maniacs at all. It just completely blanked out of my head.
We all try to forget about things that hurt us, Mayor. We all do.
It's a coping mechanism.
Mayor, I don't know if you heard, but new WWF fucking champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
That had to have been a good match, though, right?
Ric Flair and Bret Hart, I don't see how it couldn't have been, but I don't know if Bret and Rick really had any good in-ring chemistry because I can't off the top of my head remember any good Ric Flair. Oh, you got to watch this Ric Flair Bret Hart match. I've never heard anybody say that. So
I don't even remember wrestling in WCW.
I know they did.
They had to have before
one of Bret's
Goldberg.
first matches. I know Sold Out 1998. I believe they wrestled each other.
Yeah, that was his first match, wasn't it?
I believe it was his first official match. Yeah. Lord Alfred Hayes started wrestling in the UK as Judo Al Hayes before he went to the US. So was he a judo guy? If he was called Judo Al Hayes, I would assume. What a handsome fucking tag team right here. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of handsomeness in that picture.
For some reason, I can't stop staring at Razor in the eyes. He's got me in some sort of a trance or something.
It is. It's
mesmerizing.
It's magical.
It's like Flair's talking, but I don't hear a word he's saying. I mean, even if I had the audio on, I wouldn't hear anything he's saying because I'm just staring into Scott Hall's eyes, which I don't know if it's weird.
Razor's eyes are doing all the talking.
For sure.
And Perfect hasn't. Oh, no, he finally blinked. Razor has not blinked once.
I don't think he has.
The cocaine is strong in this one.
I don't think he has. Or, sometimes I can stare for a long time, especially if
I'm trying to see. I haven't caught him blink one time.
I don't think he has. I think you're right. Tony Montana never blinked, motherfucker. So why should Razor Ramon?
Those nostrils were blinking though. They're
not blinking. They're twitching. Twitch.
Hey, blinking.
Every time we say twitch, every time a twitch is said, you say that joke, don't you?
Hey, blinking.
Yeah. That's the one.
Hey, blinking.
That's what Razor Ramon said here.
God, look at that big 3-finger, or is it 2-finger ring? I couldn't tell.
It looks like a 2-finger ring. No, it's 3 because
it is 3 fingers.
The middle finger and the one between the middle finger.
They really need to make
Amazing.
wedding rings 3-finger rings. That way people have to wear those around.
Oh wait, no, the pinky isn't in it, so it is only a 2-finger. It's got the middle finger and the
Yeah,
finger
originally
that
it looked
doesn't,
like the pinky was in it as well.
and the no-name finger. Nope, this finger doesn't have a name. This is your index finger. This is your middle finger. This is your pinky. This is your thumb, and then this is just your regular ass finger.
Well, I think they call it the ring finger, right?
Okay, you're right. They do. I didn't think about that one. But it's only on your left hand. I don't know. Maybe there's different reasons for.
I feel like Eminem named all of the fingers in one of his songs.
Probably.
Uh-oh, here comes Sweat.
He looks kind of dry though.
I don't know. Look at the front of that shirt. I mean, dry for the boss man, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
very
nice boss
sweaty
man
normal.
hat.
Very sweaty normal person, but a normal boss man.
Yeah. Uh-oh, we got Barry.
That's Barry. Barry's here for the second week in a row, possibly the third. I'm not sure.
Barry with the bright pink trunks. Look at these people. They're very happy about Boss Man.
Looked like Buzz from Home Alone was in the front row. He just had hair and was shorter.
Buzz McAllister.
Buzz McAllister. Mr. McAllister was fucking like, he either was like, I don't know what he was doing. He was either selling cocaine or was like the CEO of fucking some big company because he had cake. He had that big ass house and he flew his entire fucking family plus his mutant ass brother all the way to the other side of the goddamn world.
Yeah, they were flying to Paris. Like, who pays for their entire family to go to Paris?
And
over Christmas break. I mean, that has to be expensive.
Uncle Frank is the real heel of that movie. It's not the robbers, it's not Kevin, it's not the parents, it's Uncle fucking Frank. Fuck Uncle Frank.
Mooching ass Uncle Frank.
I fucking hate Uncle Frank. Fuck Uncle Frank.
I never heard so much hate for Uncle Frank before, and I appreciate it.
I hate that motherfucking Uncle Frank. I can't stand him.
It's like the Grandpa Joe of the movie.
Yeah. He is.
We're going to the chocolate factory. Woo!
Fucking don't get me
Grandpa
started.
Joe.
Don't get me started. Uncles and grandpas are the worst in movies, I tell you what.
Who was worse, Uncle Frank or Grandpa Joe?
You know what? I gotta go, Grandpa Joe, because he just laid his ass up in that bed until we got fucking tickets to the goddamn chocolate factory, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I can walk! It's a miracle!" Nah, fucking Grandpa Joe, get your ass in bed. You're going to the fucking chocolate factory.
You don't get any chocolates, Grandpa.
No, we ain't never get no everlasting gobstoppers fight off Mr. Slugworth with fucking old man walking around here, can't get out of bed for 60 years. Okay.
Ooh.
So enough of our hatred for fictional characters in children's movies.
What about this match?
Barry Horowitz is getting his ass kicked. I like his trunks. They're green in the front and pink in the back.
Very watermelon-esque.
You like watermelon?
Kind of. It's not my favorite, but I like it.
1, 2, 3.
It's growing on me more as I get older.
I don't like watermelon, but I like watermelon flavored things.
Like the watermelon Jolly Ranchers.
Like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Most of the watermelon seltzers are good. I think Truly has a lemonade watermelon seltzer that's really good. But I don't particularly like watermelon itself. Like, I wouldn't eat watermelon. To me, it tastes like slightly flavored water.
I know saw someone talking about this yesterday, but try to put salt on your watermelon.
I've seen people do this.
It adds an extra layer of flavor to it. Pretty good.
Boss man heard there's a slip and slide in the back, and he said, "Oh, fuck, I gotta get back there."
Just the lazy river.
He literally ran up there to admire his handiwork.
That's me. That's hard times.
That's how a man who just went down a slip and slide does it. Hard time.
If you ever take a trip down a long slip and slide, you'll be serving wet times.
It'll be wet times. You'll be having a better watch pump. I'll be swerving down the line. Sorry. Anyway.
I did realize that Apple Music has Jim Johnston's classic hit, With My Baby Tonight.
Spend my days working hard on the go, Mr. Perfect slap Vince in the head. Well, so I think he broke his fucking headset on Superstars tonight. Look at Vince. Vince wants to punch him in the face.
He said, I slapped it off with my little finger. Uh-oh.
That's probably why Xavier must be home. Xavier must be home.
Rugby wanted. He heard you singing with my baby tonight, and he was just wanting to join along.
Oh, he was probably like, not this again, motherfucker.
We just heard this 8 minutes ago.
He sings it every day. I don't sing it every day. The only time I sing it is.
Don't ruin my hopes and dreams. You sing this every day.
This was a couple of years ago where we at Tubin. I don't know why, but I just kept singing it. I just kept busting into singing it. The Nasty Boys are here. You got your Nasty Boy shirt. I got to get me a Nasty Boy shirt.
Yeah, look at that. Matches pretty well.
Does it smell like a sink that's been pissed in?
My shirt or theirs?
That shirt. If it doesn't come,
my shirt smells like Gain dryer sheets, I think.
No, Mayor. It smells like a freshly pissed in sink. All their shirts do.
Yeah.
Comes in the mail like that.
It smells like it fell into one of those urinal troughs. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Like it smells like it fell into one of those, because those things, they always smell. There's like no non-smell from it.
Yeah, when you go to the Nebraska game with some 93,000 fans, they have those there.
Nice, yeah. The urinal troughs of old stadiums.
My entire, when I go to any sort of sporting event, concert, I'm not drinking anything. I'm not doing that because I have the world's smallest bladder. You know how everybody has that one friend that always has to pee? That's me.
You.
I'm that guy. I always have to pee. So I will not drink anything if I have to sit and watch a game, because then I'll just I don't want to be running to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
See, I can hold it for like hours upon hours upon hours, but once I go once, then it's like every 10 minutes. Like you go back up to the stadium seating, you sit down, everyone moves their legs and stands up, and 3 minutes later, I'm like, God damn it, I gotta go again. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Hit the positions.
There's like absolutely no way that I would have drink and then go to a game, because I would just spend the whole time in the fucking bathroom and it would be no fun.
And that's the good thing about tubing on the river, because then you're already on the river, and
if you got to go, you just go. Did I tell that story about how they do like a safety speech? And
you told me that they told you a safety speech, and like you can basically recite it.
Yeah, and then they were like, don't go try to use people's bathrooms. And I'm like, you're in a river. If you got to go, just go. And everybody looked at me like I said something wrong. I'm like, oh, okay. How do y'all go?
Mm-hmm. Don't pretend like you don't piss in the river.
Don't act like we're not all peeing on each other. It's fine. Just take a shower when you go. It's fine.
There's no sinks around for us to piss in, so we're pissing in the river.
They should line the river with sinks in the honor of the Nasty Boys.
I need to get some. Wow, look at that Nasty Boys haircut. Did you see that kid?
That kid had a very Nasty Boys haircut.
I kind of want some Nasty Boys swimming trunks.
They don't let you in the pool with those. They say, "Oh no!"
They already know what's up. They're like, "Oh no!" I see those Nasty Boys trunks.
They have a sign that's everywhere that says anything Nasty Boys not allowed in the pool.
You can spot a pool pisser a mile away.
Absolutely. Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Who's this mountain of a man?
It's a big man. He's more jacked than Bulldog, maybe.
No, I wouldn't say that, but he doesn't look like your typical jobber. Who is this?
Kind of looks like Killer Cross.
It's Kellogg. It's Kellogg Cross.
It's Kellogg's Cross. He's great.
He's great. Absolutely is. Or Crusher Khrushchev or some shit like that. Look at this guy.
He's like showing a lot for a jobber.
He really is.
It's Mean Bart Callis.
It's long lost brother, and not that long lost brother either.
Maybe it is Kane. Is that young Kane?
I hope not. I don't know who that is. I gotta like. Because it didn't give us a name. It's usually pretty good about giving us the names of the jobbers, but we're just not getting names.
I feel like Glenn might have the scoop on this. Is that one of the Creed's dads?
That is that is Brutus Creed. Yeah, he's Brutus Creed Senior, of course, and that's Brutus Junior. That's on.
I don't know why I was going to call him Jupiter Creed, but
it's Apollo Creed. No, that's fake.
Apollo Creed. Yeah, that's maybe why I'm going with Jupiter Creed.
He's really working on the arm here, which I did not expect. Usually don't see too much, working rest holds.
Yeah, technical wrestling out of, ground grappling out of the Bulldog here.
Pretty good positioning there, but I don't know why he let him go. But good positioning by Bulldog there where he moved his foot in front of his face so he couldn't get over to the ropes all the way. That was a nice veteran move there by.
This guy's getting in some offense, too.
Lowering the boom. This kid's got something, pal.
Man,
I mean, he had something.
What could have been?
Too.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he picked him up like he was a baby.
A baby?
Like a baby.
That is not Adam Cole. That man's way too large.
1, 2, 3. The Bulldog is the winner. They cut to the crowd real quick for some reason.
We didn't even get a name out of that guy. I kind of feel bad.
It was Scott Putski. No.
Was it?
No, it wasn't Scott Putski. I made that up.
Johnny Ace?
Hi, Vince. Your arms look great today. You want me to put some oil on them for you? All right. Cowabunga, dude.
Oh, gosh. Speaking of little Opie, here's Big Opie.
I think that might be that's his father, right? Here's Bob Backlund taking a bath with his baby. That's fun.
I don't know if we need to see naked baby pictures.
This is ridiculous. So it's the October 17th, 1992 edition of Superstars, Glenn. The research department is hot on the trails of whoever the fuck that guy was in the last match. Here's Bob Backlund swimming in a pool, taking weird naked baths, and cooking for his children.
Father of the year here.
Now he's
doing some carpentry work, swimming with his kids.
Bob Backlund, an all-American man.
Putting up a drop ceiling.
American man. Sorry.
What was Bob Backlund's theme song?
Fuck. I don't know.
Was it like drums, like American drums or something? Like,
I think it became
like
that.
Taps or something.
But I remember him coming out for the longest time to no music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mean Gene looks like he just had a lot of gin and tonics before this interview.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mean Gene Okerlund, and I can't see straight. Be there. Exclusively on review.
And I am fucked up. Pass the fucking potatoes. Did you ever see that interview?
Oh yeah, I've seen all.
Okay.
If you haven't seen that stuff, Google Mean Gene outtakes, and you'll laugh your ass off.
Pass the fucking potatoes. I don't know why it's so funny, but it is every time.
We figured it out. Well, Glenn has figured it out. We figured out nothing. It was Jim Patterson. So.
Okay, what did Jim Patterson go on to be anything other than Jim Patterson there?
No.
No.
He became Jim Patterson, baby.
James Patterson.
We're gonna see Kamala versus The Undertaker in a casket match. That's what it said, right?
Yeah. Richfield Coliseum.
Thanksgiving Eve.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday night, yes. Oh, Kamala, you think you can slap your belly at the Taco Bell menu and they'll give you 3 tacos, but you know that you can have tacos because your doctor told you not to.
Kamala, hard shell tacos will hurt your behind when they come out if you don't chew them enough. And they will break off in pieces.
True story. I forgot to play Mean Gene's theme.
Mean Gene is zooted there. Oh, look at this. Speaking of this music,
Speaking of the handsome bastards, we've got the handsomest natural disasters, not so handsome earthquake and his partner, not so handsome typhoon. They're going to be teaming with the not so handsome bushwhackers against the awesome Beverly Brothers and the mayor's business partner, Ted DiBiase. Make sure you do your taxes, because here comes IRS. Here we go. Butch, not the Butch you're thinking of.
it doesn't stop. I love how into it Typhoon is too. Typhoon doesn't know what to do.
He's like, oh, they were smoking crack and I inhaled some. Gosh. Now I'm with them.
Look at Earthquake just glowing.
Oh, that's a handsome bastard right there. Oh, yeah.
That was like a mating call. The women just started running to Richfield Coliseum to wait.
I mean, the ones that didn't faint. I mean, a lot of them fainted. So
it was like when young Elvis was on the Johnny Carson show and he swiveled his hips a couple times. That's like handsome Earthquake when he did that.
Yep, exactly. So we got some exciting matches coming up. We're going to get to see two of our favorite tag teams, the Natural Disasters and the Bushwhackers, on the same team, Mayor, taking on two of our other favorite tag teams, the Beverly Brothers and Money Inc. That's a dream match for us.
Mm-hmm.
The dream match for this show.
I have to be really upset I didn't get to see that live.
Pal, if time travel's ever invented.
Yeah. I don't know what we were doing that day. I may have actually been out of the state. I don't remember.
We got Jimmy Powers here and Bobby St. Laurent, which that's a big name for a jobber.
It looks like Farty Jannetty. He looks like bloated Marty Jannetty.
He really does.
Like if Marty Jannetty got hooked to cigarettes instead of cocaine.
It looks like if you took a really big, if you went up to Marty Jannetty and you stuck a really big like straw in his mouth and then you pumped it full of air, and that's what he would look like. Yeah, that's exactly what he would look like. Marty Jannetty.
It's Thicky Jannetty.
Oh, that's great.
Look at him. He looks like Marty Jannetty.
He does. He looks like Marty Jannetty's not less handsome younger brother. Marty Jannetty has been hired and fired more times. He's been hired and fired more times from the WWE than Billy Martin was from the Yankees.
More times than Leo Rush has been retired and rehired.
Yeah, that's a lot, though. You got to remember to do your taxes, even though it's October, so they're late.
How many of these guys had sons that went on to wrestle?
At least two. I don't think Jim Powers had a son that went on to wrestle, and I'm pretty sure Farty Jannetty didn't.
Are you questioning the reproductive powers of Farty Jannetty?
He looks like moderately handsome Bobby Eaton. That's what he looks like. Jim Powers is House of Fire here.
Yeah.
Let's not
forget Jim Powers go on to do. Did he go on to? He didn't end up making it in the NWO, did he?
It's shocking. Well, maybe. Maybe. I don't think so. But maybe.
We can't rule it out.
I remember like 1995 WCW. They were trying to make these like weird guys like big baby faces. Like they would show like vignettes of and it was like Joe Gomez and Jim Powers. I'm like, this isn't gonna work. They just like look like generic big guys, and they try to do like these vignettes of them muscly walking around on the beach and all the girls talking to him. You're like, no.
Who was the guy that was in Raven's Flock that lost an eye?
Sick Boy? No.
I keep thinking it's Jim Powers, but it wasn't.
Was it Scotty Riggs?
I think it was Scotty Riggs. I think it's who I'm thinking of.
Oh, it's the Beverly Brothers.
God, look at Thicky Jannetty, Farty Jannetty here.
Farty Jannetty's in the ring here. He looks like those are Sting. Like Sting would wear those tights that he's got on. Not now, but like Surfer Sting.
He's so chunky and little. He's got like the oddest shaped body.
Oh, he's got business in the front, party in the back, if you know what I mean.
He's got party all around. Oh gosh. IRS
Party,
is taking no prisoners on him.
Party all the time, party all the time. That's what Farty wants to do.
Farty does look like he parties all the time. Oh man, it looks just like him.
It's the resemblance is really fucking uncanny. It really, really is. I think it's Bobby St. Laurent, isn't that his name?
Yeah, it has to be like a relative, and they are like shorthanded. He's like, I can get my cousin for $5 to come down here.
They called the local the thing, and they said, hey, the local talent place and for wrestlers, and they said, you got anybody who looks like Marty Jannetty? And they said, kinda.
they've wishboned this guy's legs apart like 5 times now.
Well, with that face, how can you blame them? How can you blame them? I can't. What's on the back of his britches here?
Who? Farty?
Marty Jannetty has something yellow on the back of his britches here. I can't make out what it is. I like Jimmy Hart's jacket a lot here. I don't know why, but
Jimmy Hart always is a class act.
Still looks the same age as we always mention. I really want to know what his tights say. I've got to know what it says on his ass. I'll never know because this match is over.
I feel like that was a 2 count. I didn't see 3. The legend of Farty Jannetty lives on. He never was technically pinned for a 3 count.
Farty Jannetty was the only undefeated superstar in the history of WWE because he never ever had another match. He went.
Are we still in
the trailer park?
Hershey, PA?
Not 100% sure where it is.
Because I swear I just saw someone wearing a Florida Redskins hat, and that just seems odd in Hershey, PA.
Florida Redskins?
Florida State.
The
Seminoles, yeah.
Yes, one of the arch nemesis of the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the 90s.
The Seminoles.
Yeah, we lost a couple bowl games to them. One that we should have won, but they called back a phantom holding call on a kickoff return for a touchdown. Which is bullshit. Yeah, we're still in Hershey, pal. We are still in Hershey with the high energy, my favorite dressed up tag team of all time.
Did you ever go as High Energy for Halloween as a little Brent?
Yeah, absolutely. I did twice.
Coco or Owen?
One, I was just Owen Hart. I wasn't Coco. Yeah, no, I was just Owen Hart. That's of course not true. I made that up. I never went as High Energy. I never ever did that.
High Energy, also the nickname of Tony Khan at his press conferences.
or the hugger, because he apparently likes to hug people.
Oh yeah, he's also got Bailey's gimmick. He's combining Bailey and High Energy.
He comes from Winnipeg and did wrestle as Bobby Jannetty. So there was Bob Jannetty. So
no way.
Glenn said it, so it's got to be true.
That has to be a Jannetty. It looks just like him.
I figure with a name like St. Laurent, I bet he was probably Canadian.
Yeah.
French Canadian. Yeah. Sean Mooney looks like he got a haircut, doesn't he?
He is looking like a little fresh from the barbershop.
Shawn Michaels dressed in the same chains shirt that he wore out to the ring.
Sherry in the French maid outfit there.
Woo. Yes. Very, very nice. Anyway, like Shawn Michaels' mullet. Funny how he shaves down the sides. A lot of guys don't do that, but he doesn't.
No, he works hard at keeping it nice and high and tight.
I don't know why, but when I was a little kid, that tattoo that he had, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I don't know why, but I did.
The heart with like a dagger in it.
Mm-hmm. And there's like an S in there too. I don't know why, but I thought it was cool. Probably because I was 12.
So you never got that later on in life?
No, I actually have 0 tattoos. You got any tattoos?
0. Wow. We're the last 2 men on earth that have 0 tattoos. How did we find one another?
Find a person who has no tattoos like you and start a weird wrestling podcast with them. Sounds like a good idea. I like it.
Actually, that was on a fortune cookie one day.
It was. It was.
It was a really long fortune. It was a big cookie.
It's not like I don't care if you got tattoos, whatever, but like I just don't. I've never thought of anything that was important enough for me to put on my body. So next week we're gonna get more Survivor Series matches. Some brother, crush brother, achy breaky heart, Papa Shango, Voodoo in the house, Hose in the house, and the Undertaker, and a dead guy.
I once almost got a tattoo of Handsome Earthquake on my arm, but then I didn't want anything being that handsome around me and making me look less of a man. So
guess what? Glenn's in our no tattoo club because he ain't got none either.
3 of us? Wow.
As Superstars ends, that is this episode. We made it all the way to 27 episodes. How can you believe it?
27. That's a lot of episodes of theirs.
That is. It's stretched across where the first one we did was in like all last year, something like that. So ain't that something?
Man, that's nice. I love it.
It's very
27 hours. That's like literally a full day of you could watch us spending an entire day of your life just enjoying all of this. I suggest someone try it, like a marathon. You ever watch a marathon of like The Simpsons or something?
Every year on Star Wars Day, I watch a marathon of Star Wars movies. So yes.
Okay.
At least I try to watch as many as I can, except for episode 2 of Attack of the Clones, because that movie is fucking terrible and I refuse to watch it.
Yeah, you can skip it, I think. Just skip it.
Yeah. That one is unnecessary for me.
No. I like Star Wars. I'm not like, over the like crazy dressing up as one of the
Oh no, me neither.
One of the characters or anything, but I do like the movies. They're really good. Especially the original 3.
The original 3 are good, yeah.
And then Rogue One.
Yeah, I think Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. I like of all of them. I think it's my favorite one. I loved it.
It's a great movie.
I think it's great. I enjoy watching it. I like how it ended. I know everybody dies in the end, but
so that's what happens in real life too. Everyone dies in the end.
You don't know what
I'm sorry to break it to you, kids.
It's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. Well, pal,
on that solemn note, we can't get any better than that.
I don't think there's anything else we can say. Make sure you check out Sports Wire Radio. Give our buddy Thomas Price a follow at Thomas Price 2017. He interviews a lot of wrestlers over in the UK, so make sure you check him out. Give him a listen. Give everything on Sports Wire Radio a listen. Give our buddies Glenn and Jeremy at Piece of Business a listen. Thanks to Glenn always for joining us when he doesn't have to work the next day and being our research department. We always appreciate that. Mayor, got anything you want to plug?
No. I am very. Now I've made myself depressed thinking that everyone dies, and I just can't. I can't get positive from there. I can't even say anything that's gonna, cheer me up now.
Well, pal, all you did was tell the truth. It's fine.
I'm just gonna jump out of this window next to me.
Don't do that.
Get this sped up a little bit. Episode 28, you're gonna be doing yourself, pal.
No, I will not.
I'll just have a hat. I'll just put a hat and some glasses on my dog and let Bessie sit here and stare at you.
Oh, that could be entertaining. I'm just kidding. You talking to a dog? Probably not.
No, she's a great conversationalist. She's sleeping right next to me. She's been a part of this podcast all night.
Good night, Glenn.
Good night, Glenn. Or should I say good morning? I'm not sure which one it is.
Both.
Good afternoon.
Guten Tag. I don't know. Is that German?
Guten Morgen. Yeah, it's German.
What's Guten Morgen mean? Like Captain
Good morning.
Morgan? No. I know how to say shit, and I know how to
Morgen,
say
mein Freund.
I know how to say shit, and I know how to say what time is it. That's it. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna say it right now because it would sound terrible. I'm just not gonna do it. But when am I? So I'm trying to figure out my life here. I'm going tubing the day before SummerSlam, so that's gonna.
Wait, who is?
I am. I was just thinking about this.
Oh, you're going tubing the day before SummerSlam too?
Yeah, we're going on We're going on Sunday, and then we're going again on Friday the 29th. And I was trying to figure out when SummerSlam was. That would be Saturday the 30th. So there we go.
Oh wow! I'm wanting to go to a minor league baseball game on that Friday. So you'll be tubing, and I'll be watching minor league baseball.
We'll both be drinking beers, pal.
Yes, the Akron Rubber Ducks are changing their name for the day to the Akron JoJo's. Remember the potatoes that are delicious that I told you about?
Yes, I remember.
Yes, apparently the JoJo was founded in Akron, Ohio. And they are, for 2 days only, they're changing their jerseys and hats to being the Akron JoJo's. So and I want to go just so I can see if I can get an Akron JoJo's hat.
That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. So they're usually the Rubber Ducks.
Correct. Before that, they were the Akron Arrows.
Do they have can you hold on. I'll look up on the internet and see if I can find what this looks like, because I have to know.
The Rubber Ducks or the JoJo's?
Oh, the Rubber Ducks. The Akron Rubber fucking Ducks. This is an actual thing. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Holy cow. So I'm just going to put this
I believe they're the AA team for the Indians.
So apparently Bryce Harper used to play for them at one time. Probably for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
The Rubber Ducks. How about that? Look at the hats.
Yeah, and there's a throwback, not a throwback, but there's one that actually looks like a literal rubber duck. And like a little tiny rubber duck. It's blue and yellow. There it is. That one right there. Dude. It's a rubber ducky. And they have a hat like that one. It's like light blue. It's like the Chargers colors, the powder blue, yellow. And then before that they were the Akron Arrows. Yeah,
the Ducks the Rubber Ducks is way better than the Arrows.
Yeah.
We have an independent league baseball team, so not like a AAA, AA. It's the one, the independent league, and they're called
Jeff Jarrett's.
No, it's not Jeff Jarrett's. It's the Lincoln Salt Dogs. This is the name of our baseball team.
Gosh, minor league teams have such good names.
They do. So there's there's this area called Salt Creek, and that's kind of where the stadium's at, and that's why they're called the Salt Dogs.
Did you know that though? That Jeff Jarrett started up his own minor league baseball league?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's recruited college players to get to go straight from he's created an alternate route for players to make the pros and actually make money off of it. So he's rented out stadiums and has his own minor league.
That's insane. No, I did not know that.
He's a very entrepreneurial man.
Fucking sounds like it. Well, anyway, that's the end of this fun conversation where we learned about the Akron Ducks. Someday I might flip on this podcast and I might be wearing one of those fucking hats, pal. You never fucking know. So,
yeah, that we brought the spirits up before we closed it out on such a somber note.
I tried to. So, from your piece of business, pay-per-view tag team champions, I'm Brent. He's the mayor. It's this way. The mayor. He's a nasty boy, but he won't piss in your sink. But I'm going to be pissing the river on Sunday. So, goodbye.